Welcome to the Backrooms Level 1.1. Survival Difficulty Class Variable. Varied Safety. Unsecured. Varied Entity Count. Level 1.1 is a straight, narrow corridor in Level 1 that stretches on for an undetermined distance. The walls are made of cinder blocks painted white, and the floor is blue tile. Much of the level follows this blue and white color scheme. Occasionally, exposed piping and ventilation ducts appear through cracks and holes on the walls and ceiling. Much like Level 1, Level 1.1 is abundant in resources because of the many crates filled with supplies scattered throughout the level. However, these crates become less frequent the further one ventures into the level, making it difficult for explorers to travel long distances. Explorers are not separated upon entry in Level 1.1, making it possible to travel in groups. This has led many explorers to embark on expeditions through the level. Many attempts to reach the end of Level 1.1 have been made, but none have succeeded. This is not due to inaccessibility or the distance to travel, but the dangerous variance in overall safety and entity count. The further one continues down the corridor, the more unstable the level becomes. There are 4 distinct sectors of the tunnel, as well as one unconfirmed sector, ranging from completely stable to very unstable. The later sectors are extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Sector 1. Survival Difficulty Class 0. Safe. Secure. Devoid of entities. Sector 1 is the first sector of Level 1.1, and the most explored. It is easy to access and has a large amount of resources located in crates. The height of the ceiling varies, being anywhere from 7 to 12 feet high, however the width of the hall stays consistent and is about 12 feet wide. The humming of fluorescent lighting is present in this sector, much like Level 0. It is common for Sector 1 to have many explorers at once, however the amount of explorers in the sector at once drops significantly after Outpost 2. There have been no documented dangerous entities in this sector. Sector 1 continues for an estimated 10 to 15 miles. Sector 2. Survival Difficulty Class 2. Unsafe. Secure. Low Entity Count. Sector 2 is the second sector of Level 1.1. While considerably more dangerous and unstable than Sector 1, experienced explorers should have no trouble navigating it. Many of the sector's features are glitched. In parts of this sector, it is possible to no-clip through a wall into other areas of Level 1. The floor in Sector 2 is often slanted at odd angles, creating steep hills and drops. The sector becomes increasingly more difficult to navigate, as the angle of the floor changes drastically the further one ventures into it. The colors of the corridor may change to abnormal hues, identical sections of hallway may repeat over and over, and pipes and ducts may block parts of the hall. It is estimated to be between 5 and 50 miles long, but is difficult to measure because of the confusing nature of this sector. If this sector is as long as the most reliable estimates believe, it is the longest sector in Level 1.1. Hostile entities are scarce, but smilers, hounds, and skin stealers occasionally appear in this sector. Explorers can easily seek shelter in some of the outposts located along the length of this sector. It is recommended that explorers travel in groups from this point onward. Staying alone in later sectors leaves one susceptible to attacks from dangerous entities. At various locations in Sector 2, markings can be found on the walls, floor, and ceiling. They appear to be written in an unknown language and have not been able to be translated. Sector 3. Survival Difficulty Class 4. Unsafe. Unsecure. Medium Entity Count. Sector 3 is the third sector of Level 1.1. It is very unstable and difficult to navigate. Even seasoned explorers would have a hard time traversing this level, but one outpost has been established midway through this sector that is relatively safe. Because of the instability of this level, it is more likely that one can no-clip back into a different area of Level 1. Much of this sector is shrouded in darkness, and overhead lighting or flashlights do not appear to change this state. however there are occasionally areas of bright light in parts of the sector for reasons unknown. No apparent light source has been found. The ceiling in Sector 3 is much higher than that of Sectors 1 and 2, being about 20 feet tall. The width of the corridor varies from 6 to 20 feet wide in this sector. For unknown reasons, Sector 3 exhibits a faint smell of antiseptic, which is not present in other sectors. Smilers commonly inhabit this level. Encounters with other entities have been documented, but are difficult to prove because of the darkness of the sector. Sector 4. Survival Difficulty Class Dead Zone. Environmental hazards. Strictly uninhabitable. Potential for anomalous entities. Sector 4 is the last confirmed sector of Level 1.1. It is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Not much is known about this sector other than what is apparent in the image of it. It appears to take on a black and white color scheme, and is incredibly unstable. Reports from the expedition that discovered it say that the sector undulates wildly, making it nearly impossible to navigate. Survivors reported experiencing acute vertigo, nausea, and loss of equilibrium. Much of this sector has no collision. No clipping through the level drops one into a presumably endless void. Masses of extremely dangerous entities inhabit this sector. They do not appear to obey the laws of gravity and float freely through the level. Some entities are glitched and generate with mutations. One explorer described a skin stealer in true form with the wings of a death moth. Very rare or unique entities such as are also known to generate here, leading many to believe that an anomaly caused the sector to duplicate entities and mutate them. The group of explorers who ventured into Sector 4 returned with 7 less members, 2 badly mutilated, and 6 that had mutated. Those that were mutated had extra arms, abnormal holes in the body, and other oddities with no ill side effects. Sector 4 was recently cordoned off by the MEG in an attempt to prevent further incidents like this one. A sign at the end of Sector 3 reads, "Warning. Do not pass this point. Death is imminent to all who enter Sector 4." Despite this warning, several explorers have vanished from Level 1 and it is theorized that Level 1.1 was the cause of these disappearances. Sector 5. Survival Difficulty Class N/A. Existence unconfirmed. Likely inaccessible. Unfit for life. Based on accounts from members of the party that ventured into Sector 4, there may be a 5th sector. Several members spoke of a further level that they saw when they were in Sector 4, however many of these explorers died shortly after or were driven insane. Because of this, the MEG has not confirmed any of these claims. The only description consistent among survivors was that of a beacon of light that drew explorers towards it through unknown means. Below is a video transcript of an interview with some survivors. Eyewitness claims, Sector 5. MEG interview, Sector 4 survivors. Video transcript, April 23, 7:32 p.m. The following is a video transcript of an interview conducted with 3 survivors of Sector 4. MEG official David Stewart interviewed Owen Richardson, Jalen Harris, and Kara Williams about their experience in Sector 4. The interview is as follows. Interviewer Stewart and the 3 explorers enter the room. Stewart sits down in a chair and motions for the others to do the same. Interviewer Stewart, "All right everyone, thanks for coming. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your experience in Sector 4. Short silence. Williams shifts nervously in her seat. "Oh. Richardson, that place is beyond hell, that's for sure." Interviewer Stewart, "In what way?" "I've heard there were lots of strange entities, anything else weird you noticed?" "Oh. Richardson, yeah, the entities were all glitchy. Some of them had sorta switched features with other entities. I remember there being some kinda skin stealer death moth combo. It was fucked up, man." See. Williams, "God, I'm shivering just remembering some of those things. Some were almost normal, others were downright gruesome. They were all floating too, so while we were getting thrown around the level they just hovered above us, looking for an easy kill, like vultures. I really don't see why the tunnel gang wants to get past this sector. Williams runs her hands through her hair. She appears visibly distressed. See. Williams, there's just no point. Interviewer Stewart, it's a little odd that the entities weren't actively attacking. Oh. Richardson, now that you mention it, it is a little strange. I ran into a smiler in level 2 when I was pretty new to the Backrooms and it wouldn't give up chasing me. It's lucky I found a door to level 4 or I probably would have been fucked. See. Williams, you've told everyone about your near-death experience 100 times. Heck, we're recording an interview about your other near-death experience. Nobody cares, we've all seen a smiler before. Oh. Richardson, alright, I'll shut up. Where were we? Interviewer Stewart, the glitchy entities? See. Williams, yeah, there was that, and then the light. That was the worst part. Interviewer Stewart, the light? What do you mean by? Harris erupts from his seat, waving his arms furiously. He grabs onto Stewart's shoulders and begins to shake him vigorously. J. Harris, the light. It beckons. Pulling us closer. Interviewer Harris, sir. Please let go. Richardson stands up and pulls Harris back to his seat. Oh. Richardson, don't mind him. He hasn't been right in the head since we left Sector 4. Interviewer Stewart, how so? Oh. Richardson, he barely responds to anyone. Sometimes he mumbles nonsense about the light. We don't know why. Interviewer Stewart, if I had to guess, Sector 4 messed with his head somehow. See. Williams, that's what we think, too. Interviewer Stewart, anyways, what were you saying about the light? See. Williams, it was like a beacon. Down the tunnel there was some kind of a light. We tried to go towards it, thinking we'd made it to a further level. That's when everything went south. Everyone was screaming, glitched entities appeared out of nowhere. That's when I lost my brother. He saw the light and ran towards it. I tried to stop him, but I couldn't. Williams begins to shake uncontrollably. She buries her head in her hands and begins to sob. See. Williams, he got too close. That was the last time that I saw him. J. Harris, we need to go back. We need to go back. Find heaven. The light beckons. Come closer. The secrets of the universe are within the light. The light beckons. The light beckons. A doorway out. See. Williams, that light. It did strange things to us. We were all running. Some went towards the light, some ran away. Some got too close, we never saw them again. Someone I knew. A friend, turned himself inside out. Everything floating out. Williams dissolves into hysterics, and begins to hyperventilate. She doubles over and vomits on the floor. Harris puts a hand on Williams, and appears to make an attempt to comfort her. J. Harris, they will come back someday. They've just gone to rest. Williams glares at Harris, shoving him away. See. Williams, you have no idea what happened, you crazy old shit. You weren't the one who saw your own brother die right in front of you. You don't know what it's like. Williams stands up and begins to walk towards the door. Oh. Richardson, Kara, please. Williams makes an obscene gesture towards Richardson. Interviewer Stewart, please, come back. It's okay, we don't have to talk about the light. See. Williams, I'm done with this bullshit. You can take your interview and shove it up your ass. Williams leaves the room, slamming the door behind her. The room is silent for a few minutes. Harris fidgets with his hands. Oh. Richardson, it's okay, it's not your fault. The light's a sensitive topic for her, for obvious reasons. We can continue your interview, she'll come to her senses eventually. Interviewer Stewart, of course. Mr. Harris, can you tell me more about the light? J. Harris, it beckons. Interviewer Stewart, where did the missing explorers go? J. Harris, the light. It brought them to another plane. Elevated their existence. Nobody knows but those who experience it. Side rooms. Oh. Richardson, side rooms? Is this clown seriously saying there's some other kind of backrooms bullshit out there? J. Harris, maybe so, maybe not. The light beckons. It transports to an elevated existence. We need to go back. We need to go back. Bring me back. I need to go back. Interviewer Stewart, I'm sorry, it's too dangerous to. Harris leaps from his chair and lunges across the room, choking Stewart. Richardson rushes to pull Harris off of him. Someone kicks the leg of the tripod the camera is mounted on, and it falls to the ground. It now faces towards the ceiling. J. Harris, I need to go back. Bring me back. I must go back. Bring me fucking back. We need to go back. Bring me back. End of recording. Organizations. Two warring groups fight for possession of Level 1.1, the Tunnel Gang and MEG Team Corridor. MEG Team Corridor. Team Corridor is a group commissioned by the Major Explorer Group, MEG, to explore and document Level 1.1. This includes organizing expeditions to document less well-known sectors and cataloging entities found in the level, among other things. It consists of about a dozen permanent members, as well as some temporary MEG researchers and explorers that explore the level. Team Corridor also manages and supplies some of the various outposts on this level. The Tunnel Gang. The Tunnel Gang is a group of vigilante explorers who lay claim to Level 1.1. They are led by a man known simply as Blade, however further research has determined that he is a former member of MEG Base Gamma named Miles Mason. They are relatively hostile and are constantly warring with the MEG for control of the level. The Tunnel Gang believes that the conceptual sector may fifth be an exit to the Backrooms, and have made multiple attempts to do so. There are 6 permanent members of the Tunnel Gang. They have gained possession of an informal outpost at the end of Sector 2, see Jacob's Hut, which they now accept as their headquarters. Although hostile, they are rarely dangerous. Their weapons are extremely primitive, fashioned out of the scraps of supply crates left around Level 1. For this reason, many explorers have been able to fight them off for access to Sector 3. The MEG has elected to leave the Tunnel Gang alone and has even attempted to make peaceful negotiations with them, all of which the Tunnel Gang declined. One MEG representative reasoned that the Tunnel Gang provides materials for explorers venturing further into the tunnel without the MEG having to use more materials restocking it. A notebook containing a short written exploration log was recovered by a lone explorer in Level 1, presumably written by a member of the Tunnel Gang. It has been transcribed below. Written log, the Tunnel Gang. Recovered document, unknown author. Day I of Expedition 4, February 7, 2021. Today we're starting out on our 4th journey to Sector 5. We have loads of food and water, so we are hopeful that we'll make it past where we were last time. Blade says we're more prepared than ever. We traded for some packs to carry more stuff in. I hope it'll help. Blade's calling me now. I think it's time to go. Hopefully this is the last time I'll have to lay eyes on this godforsaken hut. Day 2 of Expedition 4, February 8, 2021. Alright, I haven't been able to update since it's been so dark in Sector 3, but we finally came across a light area. Last night we slept in the corridor and everything went smoothly. Blade says that we should reach Outpost 4 in a few hours. We haven't seen any entities yet, which means we're luckier than last time. Update, found Outpost 4. Kem bumped into the box while we were walking and hurt his knee. Not sure how bad it is, but he says he can put weight on it and he seems to be walking okay, besides a little limp. Tonight we'll sleep by the Outpost 4 box and try and make some progress tomorrow. Day 3 of Expedition 4, February 9, 2021. Emma was planning to wake us today since she's an early riser, but it turns out a smiler decided to do it for us. It snuck up on us and attacked while we were sleeping. Blade managed to fend it off, but Kem wasn't so lucky. He didn't look where he was going while backing away, and no clipped right through the wall. Blade says we're not going back, and that we'd meet up with him when we're done. We'll try and make as much progress as we can today, but Blade says we won't make it to Sector 4 for another couple days. This darkness is starting to take its toll, and the random patches of blinding light isn't helping. I forgot how much I hated this sector. Day 4 of Expedition 4, February 10, 2021. Blade says we're getting closer to Sector 4. We've made it past where we turned back on Expedition 2. Jake's body isn't there anymore, though. We don't know where it went. Supplies are starting to dwindle. I hope we make it out soon. Day V of Expedition 4, February 11, 2021. Today we made it to the entrance of Sector 4. Never thought I'd make it this far, but here I am. The whole corridor is spinning and twisting like some freakish amusement park ride. Blade says we'll spend a couple days scoping out the level before we make our move. I'm a little nervous, since supplies are getting low. Hopefully Sector 4 isn't a long one, because we need to get out of here soon. Day 6 of Expedition 4, February 12, 2021. We're starting to realize that we severely underestimated how much food we needed. If we don't get going soon, we might have to turn back. Blade says we should make a move. I can see entities appearing not far from the entrance. They just pop into existence. Some of them are weird looking. They don't seem to come near us for some reason. Blade says it's now or never. We're gearing up and heading in. I'm really nervous. There's a good chance we'll all die in here, but it's not like I wasn't going to die in the backrooms anyway. Might as well take a chance. End of log. The fate of the author is unknown, however Blade and 2 other explorers were seen at Jacob's hut about 2 weeks after the last entry in this log. When asked, Blade or any other member of the tunnel gang refused to recount the events of their expedition. Bases, outposts, and communities. Several outposts and safe places exist in level 1.1. These outposts are stocked with various supplies and resources for explorers. Outposts located in the earlier sections of the level might be permanently manned, but later outposts are often uninhabited and only visited to be restocked every few weeks or months. Many of the 5 outposts have been established by the MEG, but some are independent outposts. Outposts are usually located in an area where there is some kind of variation in the tunnel. This includes small recessions in the wall where the hallway might widen to 20 feet or more, or large rooms that can be accessed via short side hallways. It is unknown what causes these anomalies to appear in an otherwise uniform hallway. Outpost 1. Outpost 1 is a permanently manned outpost located in Sector 1. It is the safest and most stable of the outposts. It is permanently manned by members of the MEG and is restocked frequently. At the entrance to Outpost 1, the corridor opens up into a small room. In this room is a storage area for supplies, a set of 4 3-high bunks for travelers, coolers for storing food, and other basic commodities. The outpost features characteristics similar to that of an unfinished basement. The walls are consistent with the rest of the level, being made of cinder blocks, however they are unpainted. There is some exposed piping and ventilation ducts attached to the walls and ceiling, as well as standard fluorescent lighting. The floor was originally dirt but has since been replaced with wooden boards. Outpost 2. Outpost 2 is located at the junction between Sector 1 and 2 manned by the MEG. It is the largest of the outposts, spanning a network of rooms. Dormitory room with 16 bunks. Kitchen and dining area. Storage room. Trading hall. Common area. Explorers spend the most time in this outpost out of any of the other outposts, preparing for the danger ahead. At the entrance to this outpost, the hallway widens to about 12 feet wide. In this widened area is the trading hall, where explorers display their goods and offer trades. There is a doorway located on either side of the trading hall, each of which opens into a small network of rooms. Outpost 2 is the last sufficiently stable outpost. The floor, walls, and ceiling are made of white tile. The outpost is lit by standard fluorescent lighting that operates on a timer, staying on 16 hours a day and off for the remaining 8 hours. This outpost is supplied primarily by the MEG, but independent explorers are often willing to trade for materials in the trading hall. Outpost 3. Outpost 3 is nothing more than a small shelf on the wall halfway through Sector 2 and is stocked with various supplies. There is also a small cot located under the bottom shelf, which can be pulled out to be slept on in the hallway. Because of Sector 2's glitchiness and instability, supplies have been known to inexplicably disappear from the shelf. This has ended many missions early as explorers looking to restock at Outpost 3 found the shelves empty and had to return to Outpost 2. With no other options, explorers must sleep in the corridor and risk attacks from hostile entities. Outpost 3 is restocked monthly by the MEG. Jacob's Hut. Jacob's Hut is an informal outpost near the end of Sector 2. It is built out of spare clothes and bedding speared on top of sticks to create a primitive hut in a large recession in the wall. It was created during an expedition to the end of Level 1.1 led by Jacob Bakich. The team used it to store extra supplies so that they could restock without having to travel back to Outpost 2 or 3. After the catastrophic failure of that mission, the Tunnel Gang claimed the hut for themselves and permanently resides there. As long as one does not show any signs of MEG affiliation, the Tunnel Gang will offer to trade with explorers at the hut. Outpost 4. Outpost 4 is extremely unstable and should only be used for quick pit stops. It consists of a wooden storage crate about 4 feet on all axes, presumably taken from somewhere in Level 1. Inside are various types of food, drinks, clothing, and other essentials. It is located in the center of the hall so that explorers can find it more easily in the darkness of Sector 3. It is rarely restocked because of the difficulty of venturing to Sector 3. Some hostile entities have determined that explorers often come to this box and will lie in wait for unsuspecting explorers to wander towards them. Outpost 5. Abandoned. Several attempts were made to establish a fifth outpost at the far end of Sector 3. However, after several entity attacks, the MEG deemed that a fifth outpost was too resource-intensive and difficult to establish. Entrances and exits. Level 1.1 can be conveniently accessed by traveling due south of MEG Base Alpha in Level 1. A sign is posted outside of the entrance signifying its existence. Level 1.1 does not appear to be accessible from any level besides Level 1. Level 1.1 can be escaped by backtracking through the corridor and exiting through the entrance to the level. No clipping can also land explorers in a random part of Level 1, however this is unpredictable and should only be used as a method of escape in emergencies. Note that no clipping out of Sector 4 does not appear to return explorers to Level 1. There are no documented ways to access levels other than Level 1. That's all for this level. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.